Alright, Google has just released their incredibly good solution to creating full stack web apps using a tool called Firebase Studio. So let's get straight into how to use Firebase Studio to create full-fledged web apps. So what you need to do is go to firebase.studio. I'll also paste the link in the description. Go and try it out. So once you log in, basically you will be able to create full-fledged web apps. Okay, use any of your Google account. It's completely free. You don't need to pay for any subscription. It has literally crushed the competition, which was Bolt, and we got Replit, and then we also got Lovable, which used to create full-fledged web apps. But now with this, you will be able to create full-fledged web apps using Firebase. So by the way, Firebase is actually a product from Google itself. So Firebase was complete solution to all the cloud backend resources that you need, which is app hosting, authentication, cloud functions, cloud storage. That means with this new web interface that is Firebase Studio, you should be able to create full-fledged web apps that support all of the authentication, all the backend APIs and everything. So you don't need to code anything from scratch. You can just rely and use this, web app that too from your browser. So first thing that you will see is you will see that you can use a new workspace, which is you can create a new workspace. If you create a new workspace, you already have options to create backend from with Go, Flask, Java, or Node, all of that, right? They also support a lot of C++ and a lot of other templates. You can also create front-end applications using Next.js, AngularJS, React, and Slavet as well. And then you have option over here to prototype your app. Basically, you can add a prompt, and now this basically tool support Google Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is the most intelligent model that Google has ever released. That means it's actually the best model that has come out in the AI space. So if you check the LLM arena, you will see this model outperforms on all the metrics over here. So if you check the leaderboard, we got Gemini 2.5 Pro Experimental 0325, which scores, at the top of every single model that we have. So we have got GPT, then we got Grok, and then all the GPT models, and then DeepSeek. So you can pretty much see that Firebase now supports one of the best model. Firebase Studio now supports one of the best model that helps you create applications. So let's get straight into creating applications. Okay, so let's say I plan to build an app which is food ordering app. So what I'll give is a prompt: an app food ordering app similar to DoorDash. Okay, so let's click on this prototype with AI. Now what it will do is actually try to reason everything using this model, which is Gemini 2.5 Pro, and let's see what it comes up. Okay, so here's the plan how we will prototype this app. Take a look and customize everything that you need. Okay, so what it gave was basically app blueprint. Now the features that this app will have is restaurant listing, displays a list of restaurant with name, rating, cuisine, menu browsing, allow users to browse restaurant menus, order management, order simulation, and restaurant recommendation. It also gave us style guidelines on which color palette that the app should have, right? And the layout is clean, and typography as well, and the animations, whatever is required. That's a quite interesting outline for an app that just we gave like literally one simple prompt. Now let's just accept and prototype this app. Let's see what we will be able to get out of it. So now if you see over here, let's prototype this app. It's trying to create everything, including the files, whatever we require. And the speed of creating this file is quite incredible. If you see, have a look at the changes, whatever it's trying to do, you'll see, it's kind of well, placed interface. It's quite interesting to see over here. So it's trying to create files now. Okay, look at the speed. Now it appears basically you also need a Gemini API key. So based on whatever has been done so far, you can pretty much see the UI looks quite basic. We don't have a lot of things over here, but that was just because of one single prompt, but we should be able to refine it as we go. Okay, so what it's trying to ask is enter your Gemini API key, because it was using a built-in model. Now it's trying to use Gemini API key, which is this Gemini 2.5 Pro experimental model. Okay, now what we will do is you can auto select the models that you want. I will show it later as well. So let's continue and create a Gemini API key. Okay, we'll create a Gemini API key so that first iteration of the app is ready. Try out the preview model and describe the changes you would like to do below. Okay, I just want to make the changes directly, so hit the edit code. I'll just click on the edit code button. So on the left hand side you see all the code files, and on the right hand side you will see the actual. Let's say if I click on this button, you will be able to edit all these files. Shift to the prototyper mode, you will be able to see the actual interface and the actual output of this app. Okay, there we are. And now what we need to do is actually integrate it with Gemini API. So it's trying to pop up. Okay, so now it has got built-in model. If you see, I want to use this 2.5 Pro experimental 30325 because it's the best model. Use your own Gemini key for the chat. Okay, I'll go to this link and I was trying to ask, okay, this is where I need to input my Gemini key. Now hold on, this is not a huge, it's not that hard to generate a API key. Just click on this Gemini API key and you will be able to generate a API key from here. By the way, I already have an API key with me. So you just need to log out, you just need to log into aistudio.google.com and create an API key from here. Okay, it's completely free. Gemini 2.5 Pro is completely free. So we don't know really when that is going to, go on a paid plan, but for time being, we can create an API key. Just click on create API key and there you basically have to associate it with any of the project that you have, which is Google Cloud project. Pretty easy. If you want me to explain that part, I'll guide you with some other tutorial as well. So this is the project that I have, create an API in the existing project. Okay, so this is the API key. Copy this. I will be completely removing this key. So don't share it with anybody. Go back to the prototype, click on add. Okay, just paste the API key over here. And that's it. You now have the Gemini API key, which can pretty much use the Gemini model. Okay, which is just 2.5 Pro. Now, since we have a web UI that looks very basic, I actually want to, kind of have the same look and feel as DoorDash. So what I will do is I'll go to DoorDash. Okay, and I'm trying to demonstrate how you can use this powerful tool to create web applications, and that too without using code. So if you have a look, this is quite a clean UI. If you have a look over here, now what I will do is I'll take a full screenshot of what we need to do over here. Okay, so there is a one extension that I'll use is full screenshot extension. Okay, go full page, and I already have this extension. You can use that, and then if you go and check this extension, go full page, it takes a screenshot of the entire UI. So I will try to use this extension. Now what it's trying to do is basically get the UI over here. So I'll just close this up and get the extension, which is go full page. Yeah, just click on this. It's trying to capture all the screens over here because I want to actually use the same UI for my app. So it took the entire screenshot. I have the complete screenshot. Just copy the image, go to the Firebase. By the way, you can also add images as an input because this model supports image too. So what I'll give is design the home page exactly as the image. Okay, it's a very basic prompt. Just click on enter. Now it took the image as an input and we gave a prompt to it, and now it's trying to create similar kind of layout. Please provide the image in the description of how you want homepage. I need to visual details like from the image, from the image design homepage accordingly. So let us just add the image over here. I think it's very new tool, so it might not work properly, but Google is getting quite better with this tool as well. You might see good iterations coming up in the next few weeks. So let's just add this tool. Let's just add this image. I have this image. Okay, let's just add this. Design is it as the image. I have attached the image. Okay, let's see. Okay, but you need to attach it this way. To design your homepage, I need to describe it to me. How are the arrangements? Okay, what is the header? I am not sure why this is not working, but what you can do is actually, since ChatGPT supports image as an input, or maybe you can go to aistudio.gemini, okay, and go to chat, paste the image over here, okay, and what you can do is describe the image as a landing page. Explain in details of how it's organized. Okay, and I'll just run this prompt, run this up. Okay, now I basically gave the same image to this model on the Gemini Studio. Now let's see what it comes up with. Okay, now it's trying to think because everything is into the thinking model. By the way, Gemini 2.5 Pro is a thinking model, so now it's trying to think everything. So this is how the interface will look based on whatever image that you gave. Okay, and I'll copy paste the same over here. So Firebase understands what exactly we need to do over here. Okay, so this is how the complete outline of the web app would be. Okay, so I'll just copy paste this up once this is done. Okay, good. So I'll just go to the top and we have a copy paste option over here. Copy text. Okay, I'll paste is the complete design. Okay, and we'll paste the overall output, whatever I had, and just click on enter. So what we'll do is actually try to use this as an input, and it will try to change the layout and the overall interface based on whatever we gave to the Firebase. So now let us just wait this is gonna get done. Okay, so it understood the detailed breakdown of DoorDash homepage. Based on your decision, I'll now generate the code for page.tsx. So now it will try to rewire everything, and you will see everything on the front end, the changes that it's trying to do. Okay, basically our team, I'll use the button and the component in your project structure. Yes, that's fine. So you see, you have to constantly prompt the AI to be able to customize everything. That's so cool because you don't have to touch the files over here. You can pretty much talk with the model and get everything done, straight away. So that's how simple it has become to build web applications. And by the way, you can build completely full-fledged applications. So by the time this is getting done, we can actually see what people are building. People are already building with, Firebase Studio. So if you have a look, basically people are building incredibly good applications. So wow, Google is just real Firebase. We can build any natural language, and this how simple it is. Now this guy basically built something called as Mind Weaver. It's some sort of mind mapping tool. Let's just go through this video as well. So it's trying to generate something, as a Mind Weaver, which tries to create mind map of whatever topic that you have. So if you run into issues, you just prompt it out, and then it tries to give you the actual output. First time it gave the JSON, now it's trying to give the diagram. So that's how, easy it is to interact using natural language. Then this, is kind of cool interfaces people are building, good applications. All of them are full with examples. Somebody built the Tetris app as well. And this was quite hard to build when, there was no coding tools or there were no AI tools. It used to take like, 5-6 days to build everything from scratch, but now it's completely possible. So now let's go back to okay, so this is what it did, and then all the changes, you can pretty much review the changes over here, and it will actually try to show whatever was added. Okay, this used Tailwind CSS, and now we can pretty much review the changes, or let's get updated to the specific file as well. It's try to create files over here, which is restaurant list and button and all of that. So if you update the file, okay, this is gonna get updated. Okay, so it updated the file. Now we have the components. Okay, now let's see what it's trying to do. So if you look at the web, it still does not look good. It's doing the changes again. Okay, so basically we have the entire React component and everything is placed under the app.h. You can review the file and start replacing placeholder with actual images. Okay, let's just refresh this up and let's see. There you go. It's literally, that's what you did. That's what it created. If you have a look, you could just open it on the new tab, so you see it as a complete view. We basically gave everything. Due to some reason this is not working, but let me just open this up. Configure trusted domains. Okay, trust, and now it should open. Okay, due to some issue, I think due to some issue I'm getting this error. But if you have a look on this, this is what it created. It does not look that bad. I mean, it's the exact same application. Like, it did change the name because of the overall structure, but the overall essence is the same. If you look at over here, sign in and sign up, and then delivery address, then the overall sections, everything. You see how easy, this prompting was, and then it just really gave us placeholder to replace this images. And we can pretty much use it for next pages, right? Let's say if this was the home page, you can ask Gemini. Perfect. Okay, let's create the login and the about us, contact us, pages. So now we give another prompt, which is we want actual pages that you can use to sign in and sign up. So okay, let's create basic structure for login, log out, and all of that. Okay, necessary file placeholder content. Okay, now let's wait on this. Perfect, it gave us the login page. Okay, create the file. I'm just trying to accept the changes over here. So it's trying to give login page is created. Now it's trying to create another page, which is about us page. Let's create this file as well, and there you go with contact us page. 3 of the pages are already got created. If you go to web, and we will be able to refresh that as well. So now I've created the following pages: login, about, and contact us. These pages can now provide basic structure placeholder, and you can customize the text accordingly. Okay, now let's refresh the app. Okay, so now I don't have the links over here for those pages. What I will ask is update the contact us, about us, and login links on the homepage. Now see, I'm not giving any sort of, kind of hard language to the AI model. It's very plain English and whatever is doable from a non-coder perspective, right? So I'll update the footer section, and I'll also try to update the header section as well. You have to learn prompt engineering. By the way, I run a community where I teach. If you go build with AI.com, I'll also paste the link in the description. You can pretty much log in and use, all the resources that I give in the channel. So if you go build with AI.com, okay, this is the community I I run. You can join the community for free. You can just log in, and if you already have a account, log in, or else you can sign up using this link. I basically teach how to build awesome apps with AI. And if you have like any questions, any inquiries, just reach me out to the contact section. It's very easy to reach me out for anything that you have planned. Okay, so let's get straight back. So if we try to update footer section, we specifically did not give anything on the header section. So let's also give details on how to update it on the header section as well. It's a bit slow, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna get quite improved. Like just take it to the mind that this was only released like few days back, so it's already getting way much better in the next few iterations for sure. But you can see you can pretty much have all the integrations over here. You can search the file just like normal ID. If you see any sort of error, just refresh this page, so you will be able to continue from that part. So you don't have to panic about what exactly happened. And then you have Kit integration in place. But for non-coders, I'll try to explain all of these features. So I just want to know how you are going to build this project. Just comment down in the video if you need any help in building the project. Okay, so I'll update page links in the home page as well. Going to correct, I'll modify the sign in button in the header. Now see, we did not give anything or specific on the header part, but it did try to come up with a change which says, no, we already have a sign in button, so let's link that sign in button to login page. So that's how intelligent AI models have become. I'm pretty sure this is going to go much more wild in the coming weeks as Google tries to improve that. Okay, then we can use Firebase. It comes up with all the products integrated with Firebase, so you can pretty much use all the products that we have. You can use app hosting, you can use authentication. That means this tool is gonna go so well in the next few weeks that you will be able to craft anything without code, and you'll be able to build anything using this tool. Complete full-fledged app, so you don't need to hire a coder to build your applications. It's pretty straightforward to build. Okay, so let us just wait for this to be done. Okay, so now we update the file. Okay, done. So it's trying to come up with another approach. Okay, so I have updated the page.tsx, which is the home page, specifically imported the link component. It's trying to give everything over here what it did. Okay, cool. About us page is also done. Logging link, it's also done. So you know how it tries to summarize everything? That's so cool when you actually try to implement something, right? Okay, that links to home page and everything. Okay, let's test it out. If you go back, click on refresh, click on reload, so you should see those links coming up over here. Okay, there you go. If you click on sign in, it's still trying to do the changes. If we run into issues, you can pretty much prompt it again. There you go. Our sign in page is also ready. So if you have a look, it might be a bit slow, but this is gonna go, share preview link. Okay, let's go and copy preview link. If you check the preview over here on a new tab, maybe this functionality is still not in place. It might take some weeks to roll this out properly. Okay, so login page is done. There you go back in the home page, and then at the bottom you see about us. Okay, click on about us. There you go. About us is also done. Now how cool. Now go to contact us. You see the contact us is also done as well. This contact us is not showing up due to some reason. We can do one more thing, which is just reprompt the AI. Okay, so the contact us link in footer is not working. Please fix this. Okay, so we gave the prompt, and now this contact us is now working. It's a bit slow, I feel. I mean, you will be able to prototype all the things, but as Google gets quite good with this tool, it will improve a lot of this, and this is how it will fix. Okay, so that was it in the video. This video took long, but I tried to explain everything that I have. I might be covering this few more tutorials on the Firebase Studio on how to use and create backend apps using Firebase products, and how to publish it to internet, so you can share it to the live world. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I teach a lot of content around how to use AI to build web apps. And if you just want to create web apps, reach out to me on the contact section. We can work together and create web apps. And comment on the video. I just want to understand what you're going to build with this cool tool that is available at your hand. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video.